Well, happy Thursday, everyone. I hope you guys are having a good week. We're going to go ahead and dive right in. Megan is joining in just a second. So if you are new to this podcast, we are coaching businesses for success. This is the Bookkeeper Blueprint. Me and Megan Davis both co-host this. We're equal co-host in this podcast, and we so enjoy doing this every Thursday live with you guys, answering your questions, and offering this free coaching session at the end. You can join us on YouTube or podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts, or YouTube if you're a visual person or want to catch us there. What to expect, just a little bit about this podcast, how it is laid out. On this call, Megan and I share with you what is working and what is not working, maybe what we've stopped doing or have started to do in our own bookkeeping businesses. Q&A and coaching does happen at the end of this call. This is free to you. If you are in the Bookkeeper Blueprint Fast Start program, we do prioritize your questions. So make sure you get in and ask questions. If you are not in the Zoom link live with us, I have posted that link in the comments of wherever you're listening to. So feel free to join us, share your face, talk to us here. I wanted to share a quick note from Belita. She says, as a newcomer to the Bookkeeper Blueprint, I'm excited to work with the team to enhance and strengthen my bookkeeping business. Looking forward to working with the team and also the other members. Belita, again, we are so excited to have you with us in the Bookkeeper Blueprint. I know quite a few of you have joined us in the last couple of months in there. Kind of going into the summer where it's just a great opportunity to market your business. I know that feels counterintuitive. It's not tax season, but I can tell you numerous bookkeepers have significantly grown their bookkeeping businesses over the summer. So myself included. So great time to get started. We're excited to have you, Belita. If you're looking for the upcoming events, any of our free coaching calls like this one here, or webinars that we have, boot camps, trainings like our Amazon e-commerce training that we did last month, this QR code will get you that calendar so that you are notified of those new events. Today, we're talking about word of mouth marketing for your bookkeeping business. Is it something you should be paying attention to? How much should you be relying on it? And just all of those things. If you have questions as we go, I've got the chat up. So if you're listening on YouTube, feel free to put a comment in there and I will see it. If you're listening on Facebook, I will see it. And if you're in the Zoom link with me, I will see your comments as well. So getting into the meat of it, what is word of mouth marketing? For those of you who may not know that phrase, that is simply where you tell someone that you're in business. You say, hey, I've got a bookkeeping business. You've been making posts on your Facebook page, all of those things. And now someone has said, I see you. I like you. I'm going to, so-and-so just asked me if I know a bookkeeper. And of course, you're the first name that came to mind. And so you get a call up from John. Hey, Sally referred me to you. Are you taking on new clients right now? And you're like, yes, absolutely. That is word of mouth marketing. That is someone marketing for you, with you, alongside of you, you being top of mind in their mind to help you market your business. This happens in a couple of different ways. This can happen in more structured situations, such as a BNI group or Business Networking International type networking group, where you pay to be a part of a networking group. So everyone in that chapter, so BNI breaks it up into chapters, and in that chapter, there's only one person in each industry. And so if there's a bookkeeper, so yourself, you're in that group, and there's an auto windshield repair guy. Anytime you know of anyone who needs their windshield repaired, you're going to say, hey, Zach's got you. And that's word of mouth marketing. Anytime Zach comes across someone that says, I need a bookkeeper, they're going to say, hey, Donna's got you. Right? So that's an example of a structured word of mouth marketing, but this also happens in multiple other ways. This happens locally as your community gets to know that you exist, whether it's your friend community, maybe your church community, and they start to see you. Maybe you're posting on Facebook, maybe you've hung up some flyers, they know that you exist, maybe you have a physical location, and they're like, oh yeah, Debbie can do that. Money issues, Debbie's got that. And so you'd be promoted just as people have needs, you become top of mind. This also happens. Debbie says, yes, I got that. Absolutely. Then there's Facebook. So Facebook is also a type of word of mouth marketing. It happens on Facebook. Sometimes we think of Facebook as like almost like a billboard for ourselves, and it's definitely not that. So what happens on Facebook is you're connecting with people, you're growing your audience on Facebook, you're interacting with them, you're getting to know what they need, what their businesses need, and you're saying, hey, I'm here to help you. But then you're also a part of a Facebook group. So Megan in the boot camp last week or the week before, whatever, it's been a hot second. Last week we did the boot camp. She mentioned the cottage bakery laws. So I don't know if you're familiar, but in a lot of states, you can have a home bakery where you're producing specific goods and services, or goods, like cake baking, things like that, using specific ingredients that are approved for home use. And so you can bake things out of your home and sell them if you meet certain requirements. And every state varies, but there are physical Facebook groups around these industries. And so as you're serving these industries, as you're providing value in these Facebook groups and letting them know, someone asked, how do I track mileage? And you're like, hey, I've got an app for that. I would recommend using this app. This is what I recommend. Okay, so now they've seen your face. Well, they got to know you because now they started, oh, hey, can you tell me more about that app? So they DM'd you, can you tell me more about that app? Okay, great. Thank you so much for that. Maybe you couldn't help them. They don't need a bookkeeper. They just needed the app. Well, now someone else comments in the group, hey, I'm looking for a bookkeeper. That person comments now, hey, Letty's the go-to. Letty's a bookkeeper. She's in this group. I'm going to tag her. That is an example of word of mouth marketing. So that is what word of mouth marketing is. That's how it happens, but it ultimately happens based on relationship. It is very relationship marketing. We don't refer someone who we think is going to do a bad job. If we had a plumber come over and they were awful to work with, yeah, they got it done, but they showed up late. They never answered their calls. They didn't answer my questions. They overcharged me beyond what they said that they were going to charge me. Like I felt bait and switched or something. Guys, we love plumbers, so I'm not picking on plumbers, but like actually I need a plumber this week, so I'm thankful for the plumber, but and he's doing a great job. However, if we have a bad experience with someone, we're not going to refer them because we haven't built trust with them. So word of mouth marketing happens and it's a natural extension of building trust with your audience. Megan talks about this all the time. Megan, and I don't know if you can unmute and share, but word of mouth marketing happens a lot for you via Facebook and the community that you've built around that, doesn't it?
Yep, most definitely. So, like from day one of launching my business, I've been posting what I'm doing and all the things. And so some people that I've graduated high school with, stuff like that, that I don't have conversations with on a daily basis, they see like my Facebook posts and they know what I'm doing. So they're some of the top ones that are tagging me in posts whenever they see somebody looking for a bookkeeper. And then even I've done a lot of like pay-in to sponsor like 4-H events, twirl competitions, different activities that my daughter's doing. So getting my name out in the community like that. And I've done like some in-person networking groups, and even like volunteering at the vendor events that they do and things like that, to network like that and adding those people on Facebook and stuff. So building those relationships, just because like the vendor events always get invited, but like there's not a whole lot that I could do when they're going to do that. But like, hey, I can help people figure out their places and things like that. So that's been, and like trunk or treat and things like that, that's been super helpful because I've built those relationships with those people. Then I have them on Facebook as well. So then whenever they see anybody that's looking for a bookkeeper, any other local businesses that they know, because they're networking too, then I'm the first person that they think about, or they send them my way. So they're tagging me in post, or I'm getting phone calls and stuff all the time from that.
Yep. And I think sometimes when we're just so focused on growing our business, we forget the bigger picture. So word of mouth marketing, we're not just hoping people will refer to us. We're talking to so many people every week that they're going to refer to us. We're not just counting on the people we talked to 6 months ago or just our high school buddies. And not even buddies, just people that we went to high school with that now as adults are seeing what we're doing as adults. And so all high school things go away in the adult realm, or should. So here's your permission to let high school drop if that is an issue. But
Yep.
As you're doing life now, it should become a natural part of you doing business, where people understand that like they start to trust you because you're the one putting out good information on Facebook. You're putting out good information on Instagram. You're putting out good information or encouraging stuff on those platforms. And so they want to be around you. They want to see what you're sharing. And it's going to be a natural solution that when someone says, hey, I'm really behind on my taxes, I don't know how to get this stuff organized, Megan's going to come top of mind because Megan can get it organized. Now, the mistake bookkeepers make that we often hear about is, yeah, I just word of mouth marketing, referral marketing is how I'm growing my business. But they're not actively talking to more people. So they got a couple of people who have referred to them once, but they're not continuing to grow their audience so that they have more people referring to them. Because maybe Ashley, your friend from high school, thought of her brother-in-law. He needed a bookkeeper, but she doesn't interact with a lot of business owners. So yeah, she referred to you once, but she doesn't interact with people to refer to you again. So we'd be like, oh yeah, Ashley, she'll refer to me again. And we forget that they're also limited to their network. But if we're growing with people who are either growing their network or just growing ours and tapping into their network, we're creating an endless supply of new businesses to be connected with. Does that make sense?
Yes, definitely. And I want to add, like, a lot of people, when I first started my business, it might have been Grant Cardone, like one of his videos or something I was watching, but like one thing he says is make sure everybody that you come in contact with knows what you're doing and what you have to offer. Because like if you're not, you're doing it as service to yourself and to them. But oh crap, I lost that train of thought completely. Where was I going with that?
That happens.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot where I was going with that. Sorry, Sherry. I had was on it.
But that's right. Like it's one of the things that we do for marketing, because if they don't know in a conversation, they can't help you. Right? They can't, if they don't have a business, they cannot pay you. But one of the best things that they can do is say, hey, I know a great bookkeeper. I know someone can solve your problem. And word of mouth marketing is one of 4 pillars of marketing. So it's not the only thing you should be doing, not the only thing you should be relying on, because some of the conversations you have should be direct with the brother-in-law. And Ashley just happened to be connected, right? So Ashley didn't refer you to the brother-in-law in this situation. But because you were active on Facebook and you were connected to Ashley, you friended the brother-in-law. Brother-in-law saw your stuff on Facebook and he just DM'd you directly. And so that's where being just active. So Megan and I, for years, I've been saying the phrase, action breeds action. And that has kind of become a theme of some of the stuff that we talk about, because just putting yourself out there. I was talking to someone yesterday and he's doing a great job just putting himself out there. But at this point in time, nothing has yielded him a client. He's tried this platform. He's tried putting flyers out. He's tried doing all of these things. And I've got to tell you, he's only 1 month in. Simply doing that consistently for a year makes it impossible to not have clients at the end of the year. Because you're showing up every day for your business, talking with people, even if they don't become a client. Like, this is where we get it kind of twisted, is we talk to someone, let's say John. Hey, John, you commented on my post. I have this resource for you. So we're talking about the boot camp. We were talking about resources. You said you wanted this resource. Just wanted to make sure you have it. Great. And he goes, great. Thank you so much. And you kind of start chatting about his bookkeeping, about his business. And he's like, yeah, we're just having a really rough year. But I would like to talk to you about bookkeeping. Can we get on a call? And you're like, absolutely, let's get on a call. So now you're thinking, oh, he wants my services. He's going to sign like this week. Well, he doesn't sign. He's not ready for you. And so we don't follow up. We don't talk to him, all of those things. But 2 weeks later, he sends an email saying, hey, I know I'm not ready to serve you yet, but I wanted to connect you with Kevin. Kevin is in my networking group, and he just was talking about needing a bookkeeper. And I told him I was thinking of you. I just met with you. I really liked you. Here's his contact information. I just sent a connecting email. You guys take it from here. Well, Kevin signed same day. So we forget that having those conversations, being active, doesn't mean everyone's going to sign, doesn't mean everyone's going to say yes. And so if we talk to 3 people and don't get a client, you haven't done enough.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there, not to be Debbie Downer.
And it doesn't have to be salesy. A lot of people like, I don't want to spam everybody and stuff, but you don't have to be spammy about it. Like, there's ways to do it where it's not so spammy. Just make it like when you're running into people in public and stuff, like, just make it a conversation, but you have to let people know what you do,
And it can start in the comments. It doesn't have to go straight to DMs.
Yeah.
You don't have to take them to dinner, but you can have a conversation in the comments, just getting to know a little bit about them. And maybe later that prompts a DM. Hey, based on this conversation, I have this resource and thought of you. Would you like it? Or, maybe they'll there's a lot of ways that can go. Donna says, what did you call the baker group? Cottage bakeries. So home cottage bakeries, home cottage is.
Yeah, and if you type that in the search bar on Facebook, tons of groups come up.
Yeah. So the state law for most states is called cottage law. So they're able to bake from their cottage. So cottage law will help you too. Small and not much money, but may grow in good references. Absolutely. So references are really good, but it's not. I love word of mouth marketing. It's just not the only thing you should be doing when it comes to marketing. but I think we misunderstand like what it is so often, which is why I wanted to start the conversation with it today, because it comes from this natural, like it's a natural result of being active on Facebook. It's a natural result of telling people about what you do. If you're in a church community, just letting people know a little bit about what you do by sharing it on Facebook. So I know my church, when I first started, was really active on Facebook. And so they happened to just see some of the posts I made. And so I kind of became the go-to, but I had always been the accountant in the church. Like it was always a known, like I am working in corporate accounting. This is what I'm doing. And the pastors, knew about that as I built relationships with them and the elders, all of those things, other women. And then as I transitioned to my own business, I was actually really silent on the fact that I had a business. But what I wasn't silent on was how I could help people. So on Facebook, I didn't announce, I just opened my business. You certainly can and probably should. I did it more slyly, with like, did you know post or educational post or just kind of an outworking of what I was already doing. And changed my profile. I kind of did it in a very sly way so that I could keep their friendship. So I always kept friendship a priority. And then I established 3 pillars. So I've told you guys a couple of times what Megan's are. I identified hers over the years. And then I'll share mine. So Megan, I'm gonna pick on you again, just because I think yours are very, very clear where mine aren't as noticeable sometimes in my posts. Megan posts 3 things on her Facebook. You won't see her post anything else. And if she does, it's really rare, and I have yet to see her do that to this day. She posts mindset and encouragement. She'll post sermons, anything that is encouraging that can help someone from a mindset type perspective. She posts anything under that umbrella. She does not hide or hold anything back. If she found it encouraging, if she found it uplifting, if she thinks someone on her feed would find it encouraging, she posts it. She does not worry. Megan, I don't think hopefully you don't worry. She doesn't worry about offending people. Not everyone's going to every encouragement post you post. Someone's going to take offense somewhere. And funny enough, she's had people take grand offense to her posting a simple like mindset post.
Yeah.
Who knew? That could others. So like some of the stuff that she shares is stuff that she really, really likes to watch. She'll post some of her favorite pastors and their sermons and things like that. You would think some of that will offend people. No, it's often her like very simple like encouragement posts that actually offend people. And so if she worried about her post offending someone, she would never be able to post under mindset or encouragement. Like talk about the debated umbrella you can post on.
Yeah.
But it's also a pillar that's really engaging. It doesn't take much for someone to like a post. And so engagement posts like that, encouragement posts are really good for that engagement. So that's one pillar that she does. The second pillar is family. So she'll post about what her and her daughter are up to, her daughter's wins or competition, respectfully, and all of those things. So just what they're doing like that. And so she'll post some personal stuff under that umbrella that is kind of meant for friends, her close friends, and what's going on in her life. Some of that can be frustration. She doesn't post every week frustrations. But yeah, she had something happen a couple of years ago that I am still frustrated by for her. And so when that comes up, she posts about it because it's like, guys, how? And so we have all come along this journey with her over the past 2 years as, stuff continues to unfold from this random event. Again, can that chapter close? It's just so funny.
Right.
Well, it's not funny. It's not funny. But so we've all followed along on that journey. We've all followed along with her daughter, just rocking it in competitions, in sports and stuff. So we've all followed that journey. The third thing, I'm going to draw a blank, Megan. Oh, business, bookkeeping. the obvious one.
Right.
So anything bookkeeping, anything tax related, anything that's going to help a small business owner be more profitable or more successful in their business, she posts on. Yet to this day, I have not seen her post a picture of a cat or a dog outside of her dog that falls into the family category. That just got out or something.
And that was really because he was missing.
That was, but like that was a good thing to post too, because a lot of her friends and network are also local. And so as people are sharing this post and sharing like, help me find my dog situation, because it was a super fluke that he got out, wasn't even you or Kaylee who let him out, like
Right.
shared this, that post got shared to other people. So just posting real life situation in Megan's circumstance allowed her to get in front of more people. And everyone who liked that post, tell you what, if on Saturday after the dog was found, she posted a bookkeeping, most of the people that were trying to help her find the dog saw the bookkeeping post, because that's how Facebook operates. And so just like word of mouth on the dog front, right? Hey, this dog is missing. Hey, this dog is missing. Hey, this dog is missing. That's what happens with bookkeeping.
I have a question. When you post like she's posting, do you use your business name or anything like that? How would they know that you're bookkeeper? Because I don't know if I should put, the name of my company or on there or not.
So just from watching Megan's post, she'll jump in when she can, but she does not post Harvest Books. So Harvest Books is the name of her bookkeeping business. She does not post it on every post. It doesn't need to be on the dog post. Hey, help me find my dog, Harvest Bookkeeping. That wouldn't make sense, right? But if she posts something, if she created like a Canva picture, it's branded and it says Harvest Books on it.
Oh, okay.
People know that she's a bookkeeper for a couple of reasons. One, she's put virtual bookkeeping as her occupation on Facebook. So if someone goes and looks at her profile, they'll see it. If they go look at her, Megan, let's pull up your Facebook.
Yeah.
Let's stalk her. And I'm just using Megan because hers is like just a like picture perfect.
She's consistent. I noticed that.
Yeah. So I love picking on her Facebook. Okay, let me share this. Okay, so here is Megan's Facebook profile. So this is her personal page. So she does most of probably 90% of her business on her personal page. I'll show you what she does with her business. Again, she's just a picture perfect example. She's got a cover photo here. She does not change this. Megan, when's the last time you changed this? You changed it 2020. It has been the same.
I was about to say years.
And I think that's what I love about Megan is she's not admittedly I'm not speaking this over her. I'm speaking this from her. She is not tech savvy from like a designer creative. She's creative. She's creative in doing like dream boards and things like that. But when it comes to like really caring about all of this extra stuff that I get hung up on, how does it look? How does it, all of those things. This looks fantastic. It's very clear.
And y'all, I paid somebody to make that for me. So that's why it's been
yeah, so she stays in her lane, right? Like she's a bookkeeper. She's like, I'm gonna do bookkeeping. I'm gonna do what I do best. And so she's got the person that created this for her did a cute little avatar. Did her name, super cool name, increase your time and money, do more of what you love. Click to join, click here. So if you click here, you're gonna get taken to her, like, did you see that? So click here to learn more. You go to her, so in the description of the post, it takes you to Harvest Books. she's had, so this was 3 years ago. Probably coming up on 4. So she got some engagement when she first posted it. And then she has her business page linked. And so I can just simply click her business page. And again, same thing, increase your time and money, do more of what you love, learn how. And she hasn't changed. This one was also posted. Oh, this got updated last year for some reason. So she either updated her cover or something changed, or she needed a link or something edited. So she updated this. She could have changed the cover. All kinds of things. And so this was updated, 2023. But it's, nothing has changed. However, she does still post to her bookkeeping page. And so this is something like she'll share this on her personal page. So this says her business logo. It is branded with her colors. She's got this nice green that pops. It's going to catch your attention as you're scrolling. What you believe is what you become. So this is one of her mindset pillars. So dream big, stay positive, and trust your journey. Okay. This is a really easy post to like, right? So that's her staying active on her business page if someone goes and checks her out. But then on her personal page is where she does most of her things. So she has a pinned post here, just reintroducing herself. So she did a video introducing herself on TikTok, looks back in April. And so she just pinned it on her personal page. Her and I are live right now. And so it is live on her personal page because we are streaming. Okay. Then she is sharing, because now she's also a bookkeeping coach. So she shares her bookkeeping coaching. She shares her bookkeeping. So this also helps people understand that she's a bookkeeper and she's good at what she does. And she's got interaction and comments on it. She's got, so this is a personal post. She's looking for a recommendation for a tow company because the saga continues. And so anyone who's been following this unfortunate saga is still involved in this story, and they're going to recommend a recommendation for her. This has 51 comments on it. Just a recommendation post 20 hours ago, 51 comments. So these are people in her community. And the nice thing is this, so as a part of her normal life, she is getting access to more business owners because she asked for a recommendation. And so this is just, they're now being tagged in her post. Well, if they were to scroll through here for any amount of time, they're going to find out that she's a bookkeeper. Her feed is covered with it. Yesterday I saw this post. It popped up on my feed. Ladies looking for a new perfume. What is your favorite? 53 comments. Okay, and let's analyze this. So she has other bookkeepers commenting. And then someone replied that I liked it too. So it created conversation. And this has nothing to do with bookkeeping. 51 comments. And the benefit is when she posted the this bookkeeper post, you better believe a lot of people that post, commented on the perfume post saw this post up here. They didn't engage with it. They didn't like it. Someone liked it. Yeah, someone liked it. So someone who probably commented on this post right here, actually, I bet I can find her. Let's see. Oh, maybe not. I recognize that name from some of her other posts though. So I don't think she commented on this post, but she's a friend of hers that I've seen a couple of times pop up already. So another post. This one is a mindset post. It is a Harvest Books branded post. So if you go to her Facebook feed, you fully understand she is a work from home mom, killing it at bookkeeping, and super engaged with her community. There is no doubt about that. You know exactly who she is and if you like her, because she's giving you so much about those 3 pillars. She's not sharing dirt on anyone. She's not gossiping. She's not doing anything that would turn anyone away because she's sticking to her 3 pillars, which tells her exactly what to post. She never has to think about it. Here is her just sharing something from TikTok. It's as simple as that. So if she doesn't have anything to post, repost someone else's content. Or did you react to this one? You might. I think this is just you sharing it. I don't think you reacted to it.
Yeah, I think that was just sharing.
Okay. So I mean, you could also do that, right? And I think she has reacted to some in the past. But you can just share. None of this is. Oh, I love this one. So she shared a memory from 5 years ago. So, or not 5 years ago, almost 4 years ago. So your Facebook feed will prompt you, hey, you shared this post a few years ago or last year, you know, would you like to see your memories? And so she just shared it into those that work in acres, not in hours. We thank you. Not only is this super relevant to just life in general, we all have to eat, we all depend on farmers. It's relevant to her area, and it's just kind of like a feel-good post. It's a reminder of who she is and what she's about. So okay, Megan, I have picked on you probably long enough. Everyone knows your life now.
That's okay. I'm an
Okay.
open book.
Okay, let me catch up on the comments real quick and see what questions you guys have, and then we can open it up to but that's how you start to breed word of mouth is you're just you're doing life with a community. All right, I'm just getting all the comments back. Bear with me. Okay. Oh, tell us how you made that clickable. I'll show you again. Megan, are you scheduling for your personal page?
Scheduling the post? No.
I didn't think so.
I think I can because it's set up in professional mode, but I have not done that. I usually just try to either like go copy and paste something or just go share something because I've gotten in the habit of doing it every day. So even if it's like I just hop on real quick, download a picture and upload something real quick, just so I have something there every day to keep active.
Absolutely. I would recommend Equip 360, Karen, if you're looking for like a scheduling. That's your email, your everything, and you can schedule posts through there. If you're in professional mode, I think you can connect it and schedule posts out of there to both your personal and your your Facebook page and your personal. Okay, Debbie asked, how do we make this clickable? So it is naturally clickable. Anytime you click anyone's cover photo, it's going to open that photo. So all she said was click it. And then she just put this in the comments. We do this in our Facebook group as well. So just, you know, as our basic bookkeeper blueprint, if you click it, we don't have a comment here right now. It looks like that changed. And then we just have this link to a main page. So that's just part of Facebook to click it. And you can do that in groups, just anywhere you would have a cover photo.
And you can link it back to like your website if you wanted it to go to your website or anything like that. My website, I had some issues in the very beginning of my business with my Facebook page, and my website, I'm not able to post it on Facebook. So I just link it back to my Facebook page as my only reason I did that. So, but you could link it back to whatever you wanted.
Oh, Megan, we should check your domain authority with that before we do your website change.
Okay.
Just remind still if he's going to do your website to do that.
Okay.
Or if you need me and Allie to help with that, Allie can look at it. But we should do that. I forgot about that, but we should probably on it if we're gonna go through. Like if you're gonna go through the effort to do it, we might check.
Yeah.
Like obviously your website's up and functional, but if you're gonna email market, we might want to first.
Right. Yeah.
Isn't websites so much fun? Okay.
Yep.
Is posting better than sharing? Megan and I think so. We get more. So if you're sharing someone else's content, no big deal. Great. If you're trying to share your own bookkeeping page post, we recommend physically, and you could do this on your phone, save the photo, copy the text, go over to your personal page, upload the photo, paste in the text, and just post it as a new post. There's a couple of reasons for that. One, it becomes a new post in and of itself, and you're creating like engagement with that individual post. There's another thing it does. If something ever happens to your business page or your personal page, if they're linked, you'll lose it all. So if for some reason your personal Facebook gets hacked for who knows what reason, and you have just shared to your business, all of that goes away. Megan, I think was it your business page that got hacked or?
No, my personal page. So saying that, take this, y'all, and make sure you have somebody as an admin on your business page. Because thankfully I did, and I had somebody. My mom was an admin on there because she was helping me monitor messages when I was working full time still. And because somebody adding tons of friends and all that. I was close to like 5,000. Got my page up there, and then somebody hacked my page, my personal page, and deleted my page. Thankfully, my mom was an admin because that was on my business page, because that was the only way I was able to get access back to my business page. But I did have a lot of stuff that I was posting on my personal page that I was sharing to my business page. And those posts were completely gone and had lost everything because of that, because the page had been hacked and deleted. And if it wasn't for her having access, somebody else, I would have never been able to control my page, post anything to my business page or anything like that again. I mean, maybe I could have fought Facebook for it, but yeah. This was also 4 years ago. There's way more stuff you can do now than there was at that time.
Yeah, because now you're paying the verify thing.
Yeah, I paid $15 a month for verified, and that comes with Facebook support. So if I got hacked, they have my back essentially to kind of recover it.
Yep. Belita, so you just go to your Facebook page itself. So I'm going to go to mine real quick. And then you have to be signed into it, like logged in as that account. I'm just going to give you verbal directions, see if I could figure it out really quickly. And then I want to say you just go to settings. And you can add an admin down there. So page details. I'm going to go to a page that I know has an admin set up. It's really easy to add an admin. If you go into your page, you should be able to find it pretty quickly. I'm trying to see if I can tell you.
That would be in settings, right?
Yeah, and I think it looks like it's under your information, and then like access and control. Oh no, let's delete your page. It's just in the settings though, for sure. I know we have admins.
How many can you have? Can you just one person add?
No, you can have multiple admins. We have like 6 admins. Some of the coaches are admins on our Facebook page. So okay. It's like Megan and some of the coaches. So at least one though. You should add at least one.
Okay. And if the admin is hacked, it won't affect you?
That's a good question, Megan. I don't know how. I mean, you would want to go in and delete them as an admin if they were to get hacked.
Okay.
Just a reminder to change your passwords often. Use password managers and protection if you can. Don't reuse passwords. I was talking to someone the other day. I think absolute Gen Z, and that's okay. But in corporate, sometimes we get into a habit of doing like name of the business 2024 $. Don't get away from using passwords like that for your super sensitive stuff for your bookkeeping business. I absolutely recommend like a password generator and saving it. And that's going to give you one of those funky passwords like $4DY exclamation point, you know, those really complicated, you'll never remember them words. And you can always edit them if you want to add a word at the end or something. But I don't like repeating any similarities in passwords if I can avoid it. So like I have one like master password that I use for like 2 specific things that get me into things, and then everything else is generated. So I no longer remember passwords ever because I'm not using company name 2024 $, things like that. And it just frees up your brain to do so many other things. But I would change it often, even if you set a reminder on your phone. And it's kind of a pain. I get it. You're probably logged in on your phone in Messenger. And so if you change your password, you have to go change it everywhere. And if you do password generate, then you have to, you know, copy and paste it to those places. But I sleep better at night knowing that I change it frequently. So if that helps someone sleep better with adding friends and being on Facebook, hopefully. I want to offer that. So, okay, I don't see any more questions about the marketing or word of mouth marketing. Does anyone have any other questions that they're actually one more thing, and then we'll, if you have other questions, feel free to raise your hand, let me know. But we do have a new little thing for you this week. We wanted to start adding book recommendations to this podcast just so that you know what we're reading, know the resources we're also consuming. We love reading, we love sharing some of these books. Sometimes we'll share the books and you don't get them in real time. So I've talked about it, know exactly what to say a couple of times. A little quote from him is, often the decision between a customer choosing you over someone like you is your ability to know exactly what to say, when to say it, and how to make it count. Sometimes we're so scared of talking to people because we don't know what to say, or we're overly worried about what we're going to say. I was going to share this link with you, just so you have it, from Amazon. If you're, it's one of the, it's under $10 type book. So this is know exactly what to say if you would like, and would like access to that. I've talked about it a couple of times, so we just wanted to make that available to you. But we talk about so many books on these podcasts that we just decided we're going to start sharing them with you so you have them. But know exactly what to say. I like this one if you're just looking. It's almost like a mindset book around talking to people and being in sales. So it is a sales and marketing book. If that helps you, if you're interested in that, there is that resource. Okay, so if I don't see any raised hands, let me get through all of your images. Does anyone have any questions that they're just dying to ask that will help them get further faster over the next week before we meet again?
Question. I don't know if this is like, is it another meeting when you're in the Blueprint Pro? Is it another meeting that's going to, I'm kind of confused about the program itself, and I guess I need to just talk to someone to get a little bit more information.
Yeah, remind me, are you just in the Bookkeeper Blueprint Fast Start like course, or are you also in the program?
The program.
Okay, so once you're in the program, so that's the 12-month long program, you'll be invited to the Facebook group. So if you're not in that, Megan can check in on all of this. There are 2 co-working calls a week. One happens Monday nights. The other one happens right before this call at 10 a.m. Central, live on Zoom in that other group. You'll get like a Zoom link posted to that Facebook group, and then can join that. But you're also
Sure.
welcome to be on this.
Sorry, random thought. I think though, because we had issues with the sign up, she probably did not get the email to do an onboarding call either.
Okay, so we can get you an onboarding call link too. We'll get that invite to you. I'll message you over Facebook.
Okay.
So I think there might have been I think you went from the course to the program.
Yes.
Let's get you into an onboarding call.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, and we'll check into all of that today for you.
Okay.
Yeah, here to help. I didn't know you were missing that. And you're in the coaching, you are in the Facebook group. I'm pretty sure I've seen you there, right?
I think
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I accepted her in there.
Yeah,
Now
I
that
think
you're
you-
saying that though, I don't know if I added her into the accountability group chat, but she's definitely, I'm pretty sure she's in the Facebook group because I added her.
Okay, so we'll get you added to the accountability group chat, Belita. That will help give you some information, and then we'll get you on an onboarding call. The next one is, I think, next Monday, but we can get you the link to schedule that.
Okay. And that's in the evening?
Here in a
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's during the day.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The co-working call is on Mondays in the evening. It's like 7 p.m. Central,
Okay.
just because we have people working full-time and things too. So we have one in the morning, one at night every week.
Okay.
Letty says, where do I make the second payment for the course? Letty, you should be on an auto payment for that. You're in Voxer. So I will send you a Voxer message because Allie's also there, and we can make sure you're squared away for that. If that helps, does that make sense? But it should be set up on auto pay with the same information you used the first time. So we can just confirm that that's the account that you still want to use and all of those things for you, so that it doesn't like pull from the wrong account. Okay, we'll check in on that for you. Absolutely. Cool, cool. Good questions, guys. How's everything else going? We have 5 more minutes on this podcast. If you would like to unmute and ask questions, you do not have to be part of the Bookkeeper Blueprint to ask questions on these calls. So if you are just joining us for the first time, feel free to join in to the Q&A here. Danny says, hi, I'm looking to start a bookkeeping business. Is there training that I can get someone started? Absolutely. Megan, I don't think I have any of the links handy, but Danny, we have the Bookkeeper Blueprint Fast Start, which is not like the actual program or the class, but it is all of our course information on how to get started, what the workflow is going to look like, first client, and then beyond. Let me grab that link for you and get it. If you want to talk more, Megan and I are absolutely available to do that. We totally understand, like, getting the business to pay for itself. Absolutely. And then Danny, we would love to talk with you more. We might have, We have a couple of different options for people that are just getting started. That might be an option. If you're looking, so I don't know if you're looking for just a class, like the course itself that walks you through step by step, you can take it at your own time, or if you're looking for a place to ask questions to, we have an option if you're just looking for questions as you get going, seeing what other people are doing. Danny, I'm gonna see if I think I've seen your name in the Facebook group. Would you mind if I start a Facebook message with you and Megan? So I'll do that right after we get off here. Donna has a quoting question. 1 checking, 1 savings, 1 credit card. So 30 transactions between all 3 of those accounts.
Yes, she doesn't have much in the way of expenses other than kind of home office stuff or notary or mailing kind of things. So most of it's the income.
Okay, and then am I reading this that there's 3 or 4 accounts? Because I see 1 checking for income only. So there's 4 accounts plus Stripe.
Yes, the credit card is actually more of a debit card. And then she has a savings, not much goes into there, but she just has one when she set it up. And the checking, she has as well, but not much goes through there. Most of everything is either coming into the one account that is all her income coming in, or the debit card, which is linked to her account for any expenses.
And the 30 transactions includes all of the Stripe transactions?
Yes.
Okay. And
Yeah,
then,
so a lot. She just doesn't want to even bother with it, and she just wants it in QuickBooks now. She's just been doing it on Excel, and just figures it's good now as she's expanding to go into QuickBooks now. So,
and you're telling me your minimum is 200 a month? Is that what I'm seeing there?
well, I actually go even lower when it's not much happening and they're new to it, but I thought maybe 200 for her.
Yeah, I wouldn't go any less than 200. I don't think I would go less than 200 for anyone. That's lower than my lowest. Granted, with that said, I do have a client that is about 200 a month, that I've had for years. So, he was really tiny when we first got started. He has one checking account. This has more than he has. So, yeah, I think that's fine if that's what you're comfortable with. For sure. I don't think you're overcharging.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yep. And then, so when I quote, or I personally, I use packages. I roll them up into packages, but we have the scope and pricing calculator that actually quotes each account gets quoted, the number of transactions gets quoted as well. I think you're going to be, if you were to run it through that calculator, so there's 4 accounts plus Stripe. You're at 275, I bet, in that calculator, if I'm reading your quote right.
Yeah, she has the 1 checking, 1 savings, the 1 account for the income, and a debit card.
Okay, so 3.
And then using Stripe. Yeah, I was looking that up when you were talking. What did you say for the calculator?
Yeah, you're 275 to probably 295 in the calculator alone.
Okay. Okay. I can go with that 275. That's a little better, and then see what she says. I just definitely don't want to scare her because, she is in my BNI chapter and she's the first one reaching out to me in there. And I feel like if I can bring her on and do a good job, obviously she'll be a great referral for the rest of the group. So I want to make sure of how to bring her in, show value, but not scare her because it's more than she's used to paying because she hasn't had to pay anything. So I'm trying to find that fine line, because this is a really large group, and I've had like a couple of other people kind of approach me and say, oh, I might need bookkeeping. So I want to kind of stay consistent, but also, where I can go with that and be really careful with that. Cause I'm going to find out more information and reach out to you guys, because I have another gentleman who says he has 7 different small businesses he's doing, and he may want me to do all of those. So again, it's kind of like, but it's all in the same chapter. So I want to make sure I'm really on top of this now.
How long do you think that's going to take you per month to do?
Honestly, I don't know. Probably, even up to 50 transactions, and reconciling, especially if the others don't have much. I figure maybe if it's straightforward, it should only be not even barely 2 hours. 3, maybe 3 hours, right? 3 hours to do the accounts plus to reconcile, maybe.
Yeah, I think if you're spending over 3 hours, you're doing too much. But I would say 2 to 3, but it also depends on what's your review process like. Are you touching it every week, or are you just getting there once at the end of the month? That adds time. If you're going to get in there every week or something like that. For an account like this, I probably wouldn't get in there weekly unless they have a lot of different transactions that you're needing to ask about. But 30 transactions a month should be the same transactions.
Right.
Microsoft, Google, the same clients, because and then is there any trust accounting with the estate lawyer? I don't think so in this particular instance, probably. But
Okay, so I'll start with the 275 and see how she feels about that, and we can always talk about it.
Okay. Yeah, and I would never feel bad about sticking to a $300 minimum, depending on who you want to work with and what type of clients you want. But I know your situation. So if someone's listening, I think that's a good place to start. Danny, I am not finding you on Facebook. Would you mind if I emailed you? I'm guessing I have your email, and like if you registered for the call. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm just going to copy this and then I'll let you guys go, but I'll email you and we can continue the conversation there. I just want to make sure I'm answering your questions. Cool. Well, thank you guys for jumping on. It is always so much fun on Thursdays to do these calls with you. Me and Megan really look forward to it. We love seeing your businesses grow over the years. For some of you guys have been in and out of different things, and so we truly enjoy this call. I will see you guys next week. Next week we are talking, Megan, the podcast for next week is regarding leaving your 9 to 5. So if you're looking to get that income replaced, absolutely next week we are diving in to how to actually make that possible. Okay, Danny, I wrote down your number. I will give you a call shortly within the next 15 minutes if you're still around. That way you know who's calling you. So I'll go ahead and give you a call. Thank you guys for showing up. I will see you next week. Bye, guys.